broadcast. Hell yeah. I'm in there. It says I'm in here. See nothing on the screen yet.
Yeah, it doesn't show that you're in here yet on mine.
Let's see. I'll join the invite. Instead of joining the way I did. The broadcast has been stopped. Broadcast. You cannot send a comment. Please try again later.
What?
I wonder. I tried to comment on the broadcast, see if you see it, but it doesn't show anything.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can send you another one. I'm not even sure where to even resend it.
I should be able to just do watch broadcast. This is so crazy. Like it pops up like I'm about to. It loads up. Says Saskatchewan, 0 viewers. Then boom, it load up and then nothing's there. Viewing YouTube. Let me view on YouTube. Let me see if that work better.
Okay, now like won't let me. There you go.
It's loading up YouTube for me because it allowed me to view on YouTube. So I'm gonna see what that does.
Yeah, you might be able to just watch it on YouTube. Yeah, it's on the Vespucci Mod channel.
That's crazy. Is it called Vespucci Mob or just
Yeah,
Mob?
Vespucci Mod family.
VESS.
Actually, it's VESPUCCI.
Ships upgraded.
Yeah, Stellaris gameplay.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it.
Ships upgraded.
It's weird. It won't connect the other way, but it allowed me to do
Connect
it
that way.
YouTube.
I know. Yeah, that is weird.
Wait, I see. I see you have the map up.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Damn, that's a galaxy, huh?
That's the galaxy, and this is actually a large one because it goes. You can have a 200 star system galaxy, a 400 one, and this is a 600 star system galaxy. So pretty much all the players in here. I can't remember how many different because I'm playing against AIs, but you can play online.
It kind of reminds me of like a XCOM. I haven't seen the battle one yet, but just from like this little view.
Yeah, and a lot of it, like I said, this is kind of what the screen is. A lot of it's real basic, and a lot of it, like a lot of it's reading and stuff. But
So when you go to battle, you really don't see the battles.
Yeah, you do. It's just I don't know. I think some games do it better. Like it's still cool.
Hey, it
And
says
I'll
your
show you in just a
broadcast stopped.
second. No, it's still going. For some reason, it wouldn't let him join on it. He had to go to YouTube and look it up. But he's watching me
And
through
so
YouTube.
basically, click the watch broadcast, and once it
Construction
loads up
complete.
off his name, it'll show like nothing's there. If you look to the far left, it shows a YouTube sign. It'll say watch on YouTube. Click that, and it should bring it right up. Or if it
Alright.
don't, I think you have to search the Spitchy Mob. I think I had to search it anyway.
My PlayStation's being hella slow right now.
Can you zoom in on this map any?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
like your fleet.
I'm just waiting on Brandon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you in a second. It's yeah, you can zoom all the way in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do you guys remember Halo Wars?
Yeah. It's not an old thing, but Halo Wars 2 still goes down. I got it on Xbox.
Man, back whenever I had an Xbox, I fucking loved Halo.
Me too.
Like, I don't
And
even really
Gears.
care much. Yeah, Gears of War, dude. Gears of War. That game was the shit.
Yeah, I played the shit out of that one too.
It really was a shit. Brought in new mechanics to a shooter. It was awesome. The fucking
Yeah.
chainsaw, like run up on somebody.
Yes. I remember me and Eugene, we fucked that game up on co-op so many times. Dude, it's going so slow. What the hell?
It took forever for YouTube to load up.
It didn't even load it up. Like, it said something went wrong, and then, like, the fuck? Now I gotta delete some shit. Oh my god.
Damn.
God damn it, Scott. Why are you making me do this?
I'm sorry.
He's like, motherfucker, I didn't make you. You asked. I have that ready. So I see factions. You got your armies, transport fleet, sauce. You got them saucy, but first fleet, Athea, new ship sauce, war fleet.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
custom.
Here, actually, we'll start at the top. Actually, not
Hey,
even the
what's
top
your
of
YouTube
this.
channel name?
Vespucci Mob Family. VESPUCCI.
Okay. We'll load it up here in a second. YouTube's loading up. I'm
Okay.
gonna have to actually do it for you.
So pretty much at the top here, these are your energy credits. This is like the currency of like the universe, pretty much is energy credits, and it's like pretty much like yeah, like your energy source. And then you have minerals, and actually at the bottom there, it actually explains to you what everything is. You
Yeah, I
know,
remember I was actually reading that.
but yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can do to help. But see, that's always like what I'm struggling with. Actually, I'm at 0 now. I was at like negative 50 something a turn, but all the rest of my stuff's doing pretty good. But yeah, you got minerals, you got your food. Con-
268.93 consumed. Energy.
yeah,
Consumed. Okay, money, monthly gain, produce, base shows. Okay, I get this. I see what this is. This is just like
Alright, I'm in.
all right. Can you see me my gameplay right now?
I can.
Okay. So yeah, pretty much it starts. You got your energy, and you got like minerals, food, consumer goods, which is like pretty much what your people use and stuff. Alloys, which is like the metals and stuff you use to make everything and like build. These are like, there's some stuff I still don't know about this game because I haven't played a full game yet. So this is like rare like minerals and like resources, like volatile motes, exotic gases, rare crystals, living metal. But yeah, it tells you like what each one is. Dark matter, nanites, and then you got your influence. And this is like what you use to like help spread your galaxy and stuff like that. Like you spend these points every time like you build a base and like take over a new star or stuff like
Research
that.
complete.
Unity, what is that used
Unity. Charlie Murphy.
for? Oh yeah, it's for traditions and stuff like that. Like whenever you, because like you can like, pretty much like have a, like it's like as your society grows, you know, like you'll end up using those points, and then like you got research, you know, for technology. Um, yeah, Empire Sprawl. Um, so yeah, pretty much that has to do with the star systems too that you control and all that. Is a measure of your territorial expansion of your empire, formed and controlled systems, colonies, and districts. But and then yeah, I own 32 star systems right now, and I got 3 planets that I'm currently occupying. Then yeah, you got your population. This is like how many star bases you can build and like how many ships you can build that you can handle. And if you build more than that number, then like the cost of the stuff goes way up, and like your upkeep. So like it'll mess your shit up. But so on the outliner, pretty much it was sectors. My planets right here. The shipyard shows like how many stations I have, where they're at. These are other star bases I have. Actually, the shipyards is like where you build my ship, like where I can build ships at. The star bases are, yeah, they're pretty much like these massive bases you put at the start. You can like build extra stuff with. And then you got construction ships and science ships, because like you send your science ships out, and they like survey systems and like see what's out there, and then you send the construction ships in to like start building bases and like buildings and stuff like that. And then you got then I have like fleets and armies and stuff like that, factions, which this has to do with like your actual like society and stuff like that, because you have like politics you deal with within your society, and you also have to deal with like other like races, which that's what these two like things are. This is my little area that I own, and then I just found these guys, and then pretty much my government, like this is my leader guy I made. I'm 94 years old, my skills maxed out, and I named him the Great Spaghetti.
So will he die and he has to put somebody in his place?
Yep, that does happen. So my people, the way I made them live extra longer and stuff like that. Like the traits, they're venerable, and then the slow learners, like this leader lifespan's plus 80 years, and then slow learners, so I don't grow, because like you have these little points, and depending on how if you want a certain point, you have to have to balance this out. Like some points will make you lose points, and they're bad traits, so you can I'll put bad traits in there so that I can get a good trait, you know.
Exactly.
Like
yep.
This one here, like tropical preference and stuff, like which yeah, that's like just what kind of planet like is habitable for your people, because you can find planets that have life, but they're not meant for us. And I think you can do certain things to like help terraform planets too.
Let's see.
And then governing ethnics and stuff. So like you pick all that as you create your stuff. But see, like I'm more of a militaristic like type of people, so that way I can like declare war if I need to or stuff like that. Like, because if you build it to where you're peaceful people, like war's not even an option for you.
Yeah, see, now somebody about to bust me up, but want to be able to fight back.
And that's my issue too. It's like I want to be able to like fight back if I have to. Because if not, you have to join these groups, and they pretty much they'll use like a militaristic nation to like fight their wars and stuff like that.
So yeah, no, that's going extra political right there, bro.
It does, dude. This game, I'm telling you, like that's kind of why I like it. Like the graphics and stuff are kind of cheesy, but it's like the politics and all the stuff that goes on is like, damn, like it feels like you're living a story to me. You know, like I started out with, where is it, planet? See, so like pretty much I can zoom in to where I can actually see the names of the systems. Sauce, planet Sauce, or actually the star's name is Sauce. So this is where this is where my whole story began. And then this is the actual planet, like the system. That's the star Sauce, which it zooms all the way in. Like this is as close as it zooms in.
Oh, let's see. Oh, you got a blue like sun right there.
Yeah, it's all like moving.
Dude, that's actually sick. Exactly.
And then like this is one of my little ships.
I'm a little laggy behind you.
Yeah, this is like one of my little military ships right here.
Oh yeah, right there. Did you make that ship, or was that just like a?
You kind of pick the designs. I think there is some kind of custom thing. I don't think I've gotten that far yet though. Because every game I've played, I'm getting wiped out. But I have a good balance going on right now, so I'm trying to just keep it like that. I'm trying to keep growing as much as I possibly can. Because
So
apparently,
is that your sun, or is that your?
that's my sun. That's my sun. Yeah, that's the sun. See, here's the whole solar system. Which, this is my planet right here. So this is another one of my fleets of ships right here, ready to like go to combat if I need to. And they like shoot lasers and shit, you know.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see a little movement. So when it's your turn, that's when things start moving. Like you'll see once you end your turn, you can see like people moving into your area.
See, these are my next. I need to send them here because this is another. No, here's my two fleets right here. Okay, so you see these two fleets? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. These are these two fleets on another star, and it's pretty much I go to my military fleets here. Military fleets, and see there's one, and then that's the second one. So what I can do, since I'm gonna go in battle, and you see those little numbers, 424 and then 394, that's the strength. So the reason I put them there is because over here, which you can't see it right now, there's like it's called a space amoeba. It's like this giant fucking alien that swims through space and like fucks my shit up. And this isn't my territory. Like I'm prepping this area to get taken over. And
so you can't see it because it's not your territory. You can't. So
right, exactly. It's not in my space. And just like the other like alien races, I can't see their area unless they allow me to.
Exactly.
But so I'm gonna multi-select. I'm gonna hit square. I'm gonna pick. Oh shit. Damn it. Go over here. Multi-select. So I got both of them picked. And I'm gonna finalize that. So now I got both of them picked. But see, this is a leader. You see the Clyde Halley guy? So you have to hire like leaders and stuff, and they grow old and their skills. Like he's skill 1. He's still like a pretty new. But see, I'm gonna combine these fleets. I'm gonna merge these two fleets. Bam. See now the numbers 818. Because I know the enemy is like 560. And you always want more than they do. Like you can maybe win if it's close, but like you'll see the battle unfold because like depending on weapons they have too, like even though their numbers are less, they could still like wipe you out, you know. But that has to do with like technologies and stuff like that. Like I'm about to get to be able to build destroyers, which is like a bigger ship.
So it goes to the Age of Empire. You're in a different like era of like I can't explain it, dude. So Age of Empire, you know, you got advanced eras. So
yeah.
You go Stone Age and just blah blah blah. So if you're not up with your technologies, you can fall behind.
Yes, this game's the same way. It's exactly the same way. And not only that, other countries they just develop differently. So like they'll be like, and that's kind of what's interesting. Like there's no two nations or anything that's alike. Like this game's pretty diverse enough to where like even if you played a second game with like the same kind of people, like it's still going to be a different story. like, because like depending on whatever happens too, because as you're out surveying and exploring stuff, like other stuff will happen. Like you find ancient I've been finding like ancient alien stuff for like a long time now, like old relics and like giant ships and stuff crashing planets, or I found like empty ships just floating in space. But you can like go research them, and it'll give you options and stuff to do too. Like I found this little wormhole, black hole thing, and I sent my researchers in to survey it, and they fucking fell through a wormhole or some shit, and like I lost like half of them. But then like a few months later, like they came back somehow. So like, but like weird shit like that will happen, like as you're playing too.
That's crazy. Did they come back with better technology?
No, I did gain research from it, so it helped me with unlocking other technologies. But okay, so here's my ships. We're moving in. Now that I'm in the star system, I can see everything. And then see, this is the space amoeba that fucked up. This thing just killed one of my scientists. It's like little space sperm floating or some shit.
Oh shit.
So yeah, this is what I'm up against. So it's about to go down.
Hostile fleet engaged.
They look like a squid.
Yeah, they do. See, and now that it started, it shows me like it shows me a little chart of what's going on.
Yeah. Oh shit,
And-
see ships coming. See, yeah.
And
that's
I
what
can make that go away too.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, this is what the combat looks like.
Oh yeah. Okay, just like our okay. I can take this.
So like to me, it's not the greatest, but it's still cool.
It's still very badass. Especially going against this fucking squids.
Like look at that fucking thing. That thing is huge too. Bam, there it
Compared
goes.
to your ships, that's what I was like, damn.
That's why I had to get a whole big ass fleet.
Your ships are
done.
like maneuvering around it too. See, I'm a little behind you. Oh shit, here it goes, yep. It's
Dead.
So do you go collect resources from the body?
Yeah, actually, I gained 1,000 energy credits for that. And see how it has a little exclamation mark? Special project debris of the Crux, or in a Crux, which is the star, requires science ship. So I need to go to one of my science ships, and they're usually busy. So you can make them multitask by hitting square instead of X. You know, so I'll hit X. What? We can't research it yet. Why not? What the hell? Try the other science ship.
That's actually very cool.
We have no way to reach this project. That only makes sense. I just had a scientist here. But anyway, yeah, that's how the battles work. And I got another space amoeba problem over here. So now I'm about to go take care of this one. But while he's traveling there, because that'll take him a minute to get there, they pretty much got to go across the solar system, and then they like hyperdrive to the next system.
So they actually gotta travel, like it'll take time.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
does.
gonna-
It takes, yeah, especially if you're going across the star system. See, they're about to start boosting their warp drive.
So you almost have to strategically have troops placed in certain areas so they don't take.
Yes, dude, because they'll send in they'll send in massive fleets, dude, and they'll have like 15,000 fucking or 1,500 attack power and shit. And what happened last time is I had another one. It took all my ships in one fleet to match it. So it was like their entire fleet versus my entire fleet, and they ended up taking me out. And then I had a second race like come after me, and they sent in another 1,500 power fleet, and I had nothing to defend it. And they just went from star system to star system to star system, just taking it over.
It's
And I was
because
like,
you had certain fleets somewhere else that took forever for them to get there.
right. So you kind of, so I tried to split them up, but at the same time, then they're not as powerful. So right now, since this is my only enemy that I know of right now, I'm gonna set him in this star system, because how you do it strategically in this game is you see how the star systems are laid out. You wanna take over a point. So like when there's like that one point, like anything from this side has to go through this star system to get to the rest of it. Like I would set up, I set up defenses there, and that's why I have that set there right now. Like I stopped building, and I'm trying to grow more as an economy, So right now I built a space system, star system, ship here, which is a larger one, and this thing I put like cannons and shit like that and stuff on it. And you can set it as your home base if you want to, but I don't need to do all that. But this is the Castra station, I believe. Oh, Villainous. Okay, it says that one. And then pretty much, you have stuff you can build, which actually unlocked a new thing. So I've been building anchorages because that allows me to build more ships. But this other one is like I got guns there to defend it and stuff like that, But like there's been different buildings you can build. Let's see. Then you got a situation log, so like stuff that's going on, technology, all the stuff I've researched and then currently researching.
So it's just like a RTS, just a little bit more like more in depth.
Yeah, a little more in depth.
More things to worry about. I can get down with that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it though. But yeah, you have like leaders. Let's see, people. So these are all your leaders and stuff like that. Like this is you can hire governors for each planet, and they'll like help, run stuff like that. But it also costs more. So like you could have all kinds of leaders, but each leader you have like costs you more stuff. But some of these guys are old. Like you see their age: 111, 95, 100. Like they would be dead by now. But because I set my race to where we have a 80-year life expansion. So they'll probably live to be like, 150 or 160 or so. Which this is my oldest scientist. This is my first scientist I ever started out with. And he's almost maxed out. His skill's at 4. And once that meter fills up to 5, like that's as max as it can go. But I think I hired him when he was like 40 years old. So, he's probably spent.
So you gotta have people in the back murder too, right? Like.
Yeah, I just lost a scientist. So you want to hire young ones, and get them into it. Even if like you have the leader and they're experienced and have all their stuff, I won't even put them in the field. I'll wait until like something big happens that I need like the wormhole shit opening up. I had to send a scientist, and I think that's who I sent. Which the wormhole I figured out. I'm still researching it, but where's it at? It's like, is it here? Yeah, here it is. Disney Plus, Hulu, and this little wormhole. But I don't know where the other side of it is. I have to send something through it to figure out where the other side is. But I don't really want to lose anybody either.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because yeah, it sucks. When people die, it does suck. Like, especially like the military commander ones. I haven't been in war, so my military commanders aren't that crucial in here. But in the last game I had, I was at war a lot, and like my military commander was like the reason I was like thriving. So like when he died, like I lost all his perks that he gave me.
See, bro, that takes from a little bit of that Command and Conquer. Not Command and Conquer, I'm sorry, XCOM. Remember when it just sucked to lose a fucking person that you've been doing all these battles with and leveled up, and you have a rookie that stepped into place, and that was like level 1 because you didn't train anybody up.
Yeah. So this area here, contacts, is where you do all your trading and stuff like that. Which they're relative power, which means they have way more ships than I do. But our technology is equivalent and our economy is equivalent. He just has a bigger army. But this is the other alien. Fucking weird shrimp, lobster looking thing.
Shit, I stepped outside for a second.
No.
Construction complete.
So how many, like, so you create a humanoid. So do they have like alien characters already there for you?
Yeah,
Do you
when you create
species and
yeah,
stuff
when you
off of
create a
that?
species, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And they'll be
That's
like different
awesome.
too. Just like all the
Wow.
people are different, like the alien races, like you'll meet their like some of their leaders and stuff, and they're like different too. See, their home planet is Yabar Prime, and they're an anthropod. But see, I can't even like they don't really like me, and I guess we don't like them. So all I can do is like insult or declare war on them, and their acceptance to it is 1,000. So like they like that. So I'm assuming I'm like preparing myself because I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up going to war.
You
Yeah.
said they like that. Like,
They do.
yeah, we're
That's
waiting on you to give
that's
us
why I
the
said
They
the
go.
want that
acceptance.
smoke, exactly. They
That's
want the smoke.
yeah, like that's why I said acceptance was 1,000. So like that's maxed out.
The power levels over 9,000. He's like, bring it, son. Oh, you wanna step into our territory? Come on. We got front lines, we got back lines, middle lines, side
What happened
lines.
to my fleet? Did
We
they?
got 6-man awards.
Oh, okay. We killed the other one, but they took a lot of ships out. Remember, my power was like 800.
Yeah.
I lost 3 ships.
I feel like I could play that. It feels like they take from a lot of different games that I'm used to.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I said, it took me a couple days to kind of get used to it, but that's pretty much everything I showed you there. There's like a war chart, but I'm not at war, so I can't really look at that. You know, there's different kind of little map modes. So like you could set the like galaxy up kind of differently, and the map modes are like, let's see, they got like trade routes, detailed map modes, sector map mode, hyperlane, union, diplomatic, opinion, AI attitude. Oh yeah, see that's another thing too. Like your AIs, your technology. So if you get into like AI robotics and stuff like that, if you make them too smart and you're not ready, they can take your shit over. Like
Oh
and I
wow!
think you can I think you become like a robotic race after that.
What?
Yeah. So like
So
the
people will
lifespan.
sometimes let that happen to be
Yeah,
a
like
robotic race?
yeah, like you can fucking and they can happen to other nations too, like or other like races and stuff. So like they can fuck around with AI and get taken over, But like yeah, it's crazy, dude. Like it's this game. There's a lot of shit that can happen in this game. And there's another thing when you get to the middle or end of the game, because there's a mid game crisis and an end game crisis is what they call it, and pretty much they're like 100 years apart. So I don't hit my mid game crisis for like another like 32 years. But once that happens, I guess it unlocks other stuff in the game that you can do. And then the end game crisis, there's a thing called like fallen empires and shit. And they said it's pretty much a being that's like taken over hella galaxies, and they show up to this galaxy, and then like you either all have to work together to take them out, or you have to be strong enough to like take them on. And apparently they're like stupid. Like I guess their attack power is like 100,000 or some shit like that.
Why am I in this picture my DayZ video?
Oh, you watching that? I like some
This
Daisy,
came
man.
in and it was already playing
Oh.
for me.
Huh.
So that's funny. I don't know whose video it is. It looks like a bunch of clips with music.
Yeah, it
So
is.
somebody
It's-
had Who
Yeah, I love
edited
some
this?
Daisy. That's what we've been playing lately.
Do you know who edited this? Did this video?
I did.
I hear you.
Yeah, all the videos on that channel I made.
Take me back to my fucking. I had a class in high school where we did video editing. It was.
I love that stuff. Like I like Rockstars too. Like the way theirs is set up. I wish they had like that on a lot more games. And I wish they had it on Red Dead. They don't have it on Red Dead, which sucks.
Got good music too.
Yeah, that was just regular PlayStation editor stuff they had on there. Which, I mean, I feel like it's limited. But if I had a computer and shit and got the programs and stuff for it, I could probably make videos on, the computer, which would be a hell of a lot better.
I have
You
video
see,
editing software.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying you got that. But shit, that'd be
I
fun
got
as hell to
a
me.
Adobe Premiere Elements 2020,
Okay.
and it works like a fucking wonder.
Hell yeah.
you're watching
However,
So
binocular.
you guys cool on the broadcast?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna shut it on.